Hey, what is up guys? It's Arodiad here. Welcome to the Q&A video, the 500 subscriber Q&A video, where I'm going to answer the questions you guys left in the submission video 2 weeks ago. Before I go off, I just want to say big thank you. It's still such an amazing feat that we have reached 500 subscribers. And I know I've said it before, but I just want to say it one last time. Thank you. Also, sorry if my voice sounds a bit different, if it cracks every now and then. I literally just woke up about 20 minutes ago, and I need to get this video out of the way so I can go to uni. But this is the only time I'll have to record today, so you're going to have to make do with this. So hopefully I'm enthusiastic enough for you. But not only that, I'm going to do this one shot, no script, anything like that. Kind of like I do my top 5s, except no breaks in between. So we'll just go straight into it with the first question. And this question is from Lance the Trainer, which says, congrats on 500 subscribers. How did you come up with your username, and why did you decide to start YouTube? Now, the username question, that's kind of underwhelming as a story, but I guess I'll say it. Pretty much, I had training one day. I'm pretty sure it was footy training, AFL training. If you guys live in Australia, Aussie rules, Aussie Football League, you know how it works. But I had training, I came back, and I was going for a shower, and I was wearing skins that were branded Diodora. So I look in the mirror, and I read it backwards, and it said like Arodiad or something like that. But I remembered it as I almost stuffed myself. I remembered it as Arodiad instead of Arodiad or whatever it is. So then I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty cool username. I'm going to use that. So I used that for quite a bit. Originally, my username was like Lag Spikes because I had such a terrible computer, even worse than this one, where I couldn't run anything and I would get terrible lag spikes. I'm like, you know what? I'll be Lag Spikes. But I'm Arodiad now. That's how I got my username. And why did you decide to start YouTube? Now, I don't really know the answer to this myself. However, I remember I've been watching LPs on YouTube like crazy. I started off with like Minecraft, then I went to Pokemon because Pokemon's amazing. I've watched other Let's Plays, so sorry guys. But so wanting to do Let's Plays, I knew that others enjoyed LPs. I enjoyed LPs, so I'm like, you know what? This doesn't seem too hard. It's recording, uploading, editing, and commentating. I know how to do majority of those things, so why not give my hand at it? So I remember I used to, when I was really young, like still in primary school, I used to go and record the first episode of my LP over and over again when I was sick. I never uploaded it, and the footage is gone, so otherwise I probably would post it, but it's gone now, shamefully, because it's actually kind of funny, but it's gone, and I would record it over and over again, and then I'd rewatch it. Commentary was terrible. I'd always be sniffling and not knowing what to say, so I'd always continue doing that. And it started off as an Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Challenge, which is why my first series on this channel was the Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Challenge, kind of a nod back to the past. And I guess not just the reason why I started YouTube, the reason why I'm sticking to YouTube is because of you guys. Because for one, I've met some awesome people on YouTube, and I wouldn't give them up for the world. And not only that, you guys, when I commentate, post videos, and I see comments like, oh, like, this is awesome, thank you, my favorite PokeTuber, or your videos make me smile, just something like that, knowing that I, just some random normal person, can make someone's day even that little bit better, makes it awesome. But thank you, Lance, for your question. But next question is from my mate Ben, which says, congrats on 500 subs. My question is, and my I'm about to say phone, my computer went into sleep mode, but my question is, who do you look up to in the Pokemon community, and who would you like to work with in the near future? Now, Pokemon community, I watch a ton of PokeTubers, as I did say. Main ones are like the King Nappy, you can go with Patters, I watch Game Boy Luke, you know, all Shady Penguin, the ones from like Lumio Station, a lot of those ones. Those are the ones that I usually watch a lot. But I also watch like the smaller PokeTubers as well, because I don't know, there's some hidden talent in there. But those are the ones I probably look up to. Probably Lumio Station. those are the ones especially, because they're the ones that can actually like live off PokeTubing, and that would be an awesome thing. And who would you like to work with in the near future? Now, like I mentioned before, anyone from Lumia Station, that'd probably be awesome. Just like, because I've been watching them for so long now, it'd be awesome just to like be able to work with them, talk with them. But not only that, I'd like to work more with the people that I've actually met on YouTube, like friend-wise, because I don't feel like I do that enough or talk to them enough. So I really need to change that, because I've got some good friends on YouTube and I really want to keep in contact with them strongly and have them in more videos. But that's the question. Thank you, Ben. But next question from our buddy J4 Gaming. Congratulations, buddy. Glad to see you at 500. My question, what is your favorite playthrough you have done so far? Now, before I answer this question, I just want to say favorite is not synonymous with best. So, my favorite playthrough would probably have to be the Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Challenge, because I learned so much throughout that LP. I think my favorite part is if you watch the very first episode, the first minute, and then you watch the first minute of the finale episode, not the bonus episode that went up a few days ago. Not a few days ago, about a week ago. But you can see the big difference in commentary the whole way. Like, it's actually, when you step back and think about it, you don't expect someone to improve over like that. And I didn't, but as you slowly progress through the LP, my commentary gets a bit more brighter, it has a bit more enthusiasm. I don't claim to be the best LPer, best commentator, anything like that, but it's abundant that there is improvement there. And not only that, I have quite a few subscribers that joined from that series and have stuck around for quite a while, so that's probably my favorite. But if you want to talk about like best series, I reckon my best would probably have to be Light Platinum commentary wise, but view wise has to be Crystal Dust. And it's spewing because Crystal Dust is doing so well and it's awesome, but my commentary in the first episode was terrible and I had the really bad mic. I didn't have the blue snowball. So I don't know, the video that people tend to find are the worst ones of you. But either way, I'm extremely thankful, and I'm thankful, Justin, for your question. So next one, speaking of subscribers that have been here for quite a while, Hamza, which has 2 questions, or actually a bit more I think, but I'll just go through. But congrats on the 500 subscribers, man. My question is, what was the story you started YouTube? Like, were you inspired by your friends or just wanted to try something new? And did you play any other handheld games besides Pokemon and Mario? Now, I've kind of answered why I started YouTube, but I guess you could say I was inspired by friends, because I always used to play Pokemon with my mates, and it kind of helped me get my, knowledge of Pokemon up. So, like, if you watch my Pokemon videos, I hope you do, because otherwise, why would you be in this Q&A? But I'm quite informative with what I know in Pokemon. Like, I try to get a lot of info in, like, oh, this Pokemon might have Gust, so I'm going to switch out to this, and blah 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 blah. So that's probably why, and I wouldn't really make a whole YouTube channel based on something that I do not know anything about. So I guess I have to thank them for helping me with this YouTube channel. And my phone, not my phone, I keep saying phone, my computer keeps going to sleep mode. But and I guess you could say I wanted to try something new, because I would read the comments on Let's Players, and it'd be awesome how the interaction happened between subscribers and content creators. So I wanted to try my hand at that. And if you guys know, I'm subscribed. I comment on every single comment that is left. Either that or at least one. Like, if you leave 3, I'll comment on 1. The only way that I won't is if you haven't activated Google Plus and I can't reply, which is actually kind of annoying sometimes, because someone will be like in a top 10. Why didn't you put this? And I'll commentate. I'll comment, well, because of blah blah blah, but I actually can't because there's no reply button. But that's pretty much the answer to the first question. Second one, how did you did you play any other handheld games besides Pokemon and Mario? Now, the first game I ever actually owned was not Pokemon or Mario. It was actually Spyro. I had Spyro Seasons of Ice for the Game Boy Advance. I never owned a SP something like that. So Game Boy Advance was my first handheld system, and later moved to the DS Lite and then 3DS. But the first game I ever played was Spyro Seasons of Ice. Now, it wasn't created by the original creators, Insomniac Games, but I enjoyed the hell out of that game. Sure, it was a bit frustrating sometimes with platforming being a bit the perspective being annoying, but one thing that game I do share with something is my mum loved Spyro. We had a PlayStation 1, and my first game I ever owned was Spyro 1. Then about a week later got Spyro 2, and then about a year later got Spyro 3. And my godfather, not my uncle, used to bring all those to me, so I played through all of them. I actually repurchased them on the PSN store just to play through them and 100% them, because I never 100%ed them as a kid. So I used to play Seasons of Ice a lot with my mum, and that's probably one of the only games I've ever actually played with an immediate family member, which is my dad, mum, or sister. Because my sister, and I'm pretty sure my dog won't play any games, but my sister, not really a big fan of games. My dad, not really a big fan. And then my mum, the only game that she likes is Spyro, and then occasionally Ratchet and Clank. But so I used to play that with my mum, and the final boss with the twin-headed Nork, I never knew how to beat it. But my mum's like, why don't you do this? And it actually helped me beat the boss. So that's probably, like, I know I went way too in depth with that, but this is what happens when you don't have a script. You ramble a lot, you ramble. But you also asked another question which says, and also, bro, are you ever going to do any console games? I would love to do console games. You have no idea how much I would love to do console games. But capture cards are expensive. And if I were to get a capture card, my first capture card would be a 3DS capture card, so I can record Pokemon and put Pokemon content to the Pokemon channel. However, if I get enough money, I will be able to buy a capture card for a console. Might even buy a Wii U, because the only console I have right now is a PS3, and it won't be, like, the graphics won't be as good as a PS4 or a Wii U. I'd probably buy a Wii U capture card, 3DS capture card, you know, try to do that the best I can. So as long as I'm continuing to do YouTube in the future, then I will try, and hopefully if there's years down the track I'm still doing this, then I will have all that stuff ready. But Hamza, thank you for your questions. Now, next one from another subscriber that's been here for a while, Empoleon with the 1 instead of the L. Will you ever live stream on Twitch? Smiley face. Well, live streaming is quite a hassle for me. Not because I can't live stream like me, it's because, for one, my computer, it is not good enough to live stream. And I'm going to get a new computer over the next month, hopefully. So you could say that that rules that possibility out. However, my internet is so bad. It's so bad. Like, my uploads speed is terrible. If I try to watch a stream, every 3 seconds it buffers. It's too bad to stream. So if you guys don't know, I am 18 at the moment. I am planning to move out around 20-ish, 21, if anything goes to plan. So I probably won't be streaming until then, unless I get better internet. Then in that case, streams for days. But for now, no live streaming. I do apologize, but hey, look on the bright side. That means that there are more videos for you guys to watch. But Napoleon, thank you for your question. And the last question, which is left by another subscriber that has been here for quite a while, which is Subred Dragon. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but the question is, Grats, man, you totally deserve this. My question has got to be, what's your thoughts on the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series? Now, Mystery Dungeon is not a series I have played much. However, I have played the 3DS one. I forget what it's called. I beat it. It's like, is it Portals Through Time? Something. The one with Umbreon, Espeon, and then I was Axu. My partner was Oshawott. You know, like, I've played that one, and to be honest, it was good. I liked it. I mean, I know the Mystery Dungeon series gets bashed quite a bit for being too easy or too hard or blah blah, but I like it when Pokemon does something different. It adds to the spice of Pokemon, I guess, because if you go through the same formula over and over again, you're a 10-year-old or you're a 14-year-old or whatever, you go on an adventure, collect the 8 badges, beat the Elite Four, beat the game. It kind of gets, like, if you constantly release those over and over and over again, it will get stale. It will. People stop buying, or no one's going to stop buying Pokemon, but it will slow down, like, growth. But if you release spin-off games such as, I don't know, Pokemon Rumble, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, they may not be as successful financially, but they may be just as fun. So, Mystery Dungeon, I've only played the one on the 3DS. However, I do have memories of playing the ones, I think it was Red Rescue Team, or it was Red Rescue Team, the one on the DS, I think it was, but that's the one that I also played when I was at my my god sister's house, and we used to play Mystery Dungeon for quite a while, just because she knew that I liked Pokemon, she liked Pokemon, so we used to play Pokemon, and Mystery Dungeon was the only game she had. So I do agree that Mystery Dungeon was quite hard, or harder, because it might be easy considering that I was a kid and I remember differently, but I know that there was the hunger meter, and that was kind of annoying. And the one most annoying thing in Mystery Dungeon, in my opinion, was the Kecleon shop. There was that different colored Kecleon, the purple one, which I swear to God should be the shiny Kecleon instead of just a blue stripe on it. But those are my thoughts on the Mystery Dungeon series and any spin-off game. They're really nice. I mean, I've put Mystery Dungeon above like Pokemon Rumble, Pokemon Shuffle, or Troze, I guess, if you want to do that. Puzzle League. I like these more. But thank you for your question, and that wraps up the questions for this Q&A. There weren't that many questions, but if there were, this video would have dragged out even more and more and more. So I hope you guys did enjoy this Q&A. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like on this video, as it does help support the channel. And I was about to say the series, but this is only really a Q&A series whenever I hit a milestone. But one thing I do want to say is that I did also do a Pokemon Emerald flashback kind of video where I did a contest with our Elite Four team. If you haven't seen that, feel free to check the description where you will be able to view it. But I would like to, one more time, thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. Again, you have no idea how much this means, because when you really put into perspective, 500 people, 500 people. That is crazy. I was in my lecture hall yesterday, looking down, and it was almost full. And then I realized that there are only about 50 people in this class, and that the Arodiad army is even bigger. It's such an awesome thought, and I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for sticking with me, and I hope you guys will be here for the ride in the future. But don't really have about. I stuffed it. Damn it. Don't really have much else to say. This has been Arodiad. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.